Hi, this is Terri. Welcome back to my channel. Again, I have my husband Zeke with me because we are talking about a death party. Like, what do you do? What do you want people to do for you to remember you when you die? Any thoughts?
Whatever they want to do.
Who's they?
Well, it's going to be the kids, hopefully.
Well,
will survive me.
Maybe I'll survive you. Do I get a say in this?
Yeah, do whatever you want. I'm not going to be there. I'm gonna be unavailable. My calendar will be full.
Your dance card will be full?
Completely punched.
Oh, I don't know what to do with that. Anyway, what brought this up? A friend of ours recently lost his 93-year-old mother, and we went to the services. We haven't been to a lot of funerals or services. We've been pretty fortunate up until this point. I think we're now going to start to see more and more. And it was a very religious, very Catholic. I think it was a rosary that we went to. We skipped the burial and then the reception afterwards. We thought it was really going to be more for the family. So we went to the Rosewood to have a drink. I wasn't quite ready to go home and I wanted to talk about it. And so we did. I was like, what do you want? Basically, whatever we want. And then I decided that I want a big party, and I'll make sure that this is all spelled out someplace and that there's money available for this. But I started to think about how I wanted to be remembered, how I wanted to be celebrated. No, I won't be there, but it would be kind of like my parting gift. So I want it to be at the Air Museum in San Carlos. I want there to be I want it to have really great music. I will put together the playlist in advance.
Okay.
I want there to be, of course, champagne and fun cocktails and great food. And I want people to remember me fondly, hopefully. And if they don't, and they're there, then they can use it as an opportunity to celebrate that I'm no longer walking on this earth. So, and then the other special food will be from the Sky Kitchen. I used to go to the Sky Kitchen whenever I would go flying when I was doing my flight training, and I always get a grilled cheese sandwich and their French fries. And so one of the foods I wanted to be little mini grilled cheese and French fries dishes. So, but it also got us talking about, what do we want our legacy to be? How do we want to be remembered? Stephen Covey talks about, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Begin with the end in mind. And in midlife, especially, it's a perfect opportunity to think about, how do I want to be remembered? We build our careers, we build our lives, we raise children until we're in like our, late 40s, early 50s. Hopefully some of you, it's going to be a little bit later than that. And then it's, a lot of us were really focused on the building, and now we get to focus on, what's next. So, as I said, midlife is a perfect opportunity to be doing this and planning for your demise. Yeah, I'm like really on today. Companies like Funerals 360 allow you to actually put your funeral together in order to make it easier for the people who you leave behind. I don't know, have you talked to your parents about? Not at all. How do you think they would even take having that conversation?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't think they'd be too stressed about it.
Oh, okay. I know I talked to my mom, a number of years ago when my grandmother died, and we were dealing with the funeral arrangements and et cetera. And I was like, can you put what you want into something like a Funerals 360? And my mom, I think, was like, I can't deal with that. It is kind of a morbid topic to think about, but we're all going to die at some point. And, having our wishes put in place, whether it's how we want to be disposed of, we have put into our death binder instructions for the most eco-friendly burial as possible, or whatever it's going to be. It's a green burial, and every year we're seeing more and more new things in terms of technologies, whether it's wrapped in a mushroom blanket or I mean, I don't even know what that, buried at the base of a tree so we could feed the tree and be one with the earth. And I think we both like that idea. Some people want to have some place where they want to be visited, or their loved ones want to be able to visit. And, it all depends. But thinking about it and putting that out there, even though it's kind of hard for us, and then even maybe harder having that conversation with other older people in our lives who might be closer to that end point. I think now is probably, as we start the new year, might be a good opportunity to be thinking about it under the guise of not, we just survived the holidays, but planning for the future, turning over a new leaf, whatever it might be. But if you were going to have a party, what kind of party would you want people to, and all I can say is if I'm there, there will be no Rolling Stones, Eagles, Journey, Foreigner. So, don't put that into your wishes because I'm going to have a hard time respecting it.
It'll be a bike ride.
Oh. Will we be spreading your ashes along the way?
No, I'm wrapped up in a mushroom blanket, remember?
Are we toting you along in a trailer?
No.
And chopping you up and distributing?
Is that your little buddy in the chipper?
It may be hard to respect the wishes of our loved ones. We watched Love Actually after probably 2 decades. I don't even know when it came out. And one of the guys who recently lost his wife, she said while she was dying that she wanted, I guess, to have a slideshow to some songs or a song by Bay City Rollers. And he's like, over my dead body. And she said, no, over mine. It was like, oh, gut punch.
Well, you're not going to be there. So if the soundtrack gets switched and it's Desperado, then, that's just what's going to happen.
I don't believe in the afterlife, but I will find a way to come back and haunt you. So how do you want to be remembered? What do you want your legacy to be? What kind of a party do you want? For those of us who aren't religious, this is something that we really have to think about. If you're religious, there may be some traditions or practices that may be easier to follow. But for those of us who aren't religious, I think it's a little bit tougher because and we have more opportunities to create what we want.
Well, I think the big thing is to give the gift of the answer of what to do to those that follow you, because they probably don't want to decide, or you tell them to do whatever they want to do and then they can do nothing, which is fine. But if you want X, Y, and Z, then you better work for it, because all you're doing is adding stress and strain to the people that are left.
And if for some reason the departure was sudden and they're in a situation where it's really hard to think and make decisions, I think that's a burden that's unfair to leave on the people we're leaving behind. Kind of like the reason why, in the last video, we talked about the death cleaning, making sure that we're not putting undue stress and burden on the people that we're leaving behind as we are really, truly thriving and enjoying our life.
Unless it's like every day that I'm without you will be tonight.
And me too. And with that, thanks for watching. Are you coming back to do another one, or is this it?
I'm not sure how to take that.
Hey, let us know in the comments.
If I'm not here in the next video.
And if there's a big party.
Or not.
If I've organized a bike ride.
Or if you're off to Paris.
It could be that too. Anyway, let go of perfection. Take some risks, and above all else, have some fun.